I'm still awake, I gotta shine this year. What's up, my dudes? Back with another live stream. I got all my shits figured out. What's up, Barnett? What's up, dudes? What's up? Uncle Turkey, you know what it is, dog. Yeah, so I'm on Elsinore 04, but what I was trying to get at, I'll let some of you guys hop in here real quick, but what I was trying to get at is basically I figured out some of my problems I was having. So I had an issue where the live stream was just kind of like buffering out and then it would go offline. I figured that little issue out, and then I figured out the whole other issue where when you watch it like back on my YouTube channel after I'm done live streaming, it kind of had where the audio was completely off from the gameplay. I figured out that problem too, so we should be all good. I kind of went in there and figured out the bit rate and all that crap that you got to figure out to get it going. So, yeah, we should be getting it going here, dude. Oh, man, I remember some names of some guys that used to watch me live stream back in the day. I'm talking like 2+ years ago when I first started live streaming, right? Some of you guys may not like know that, but I've actually live streamed like a handful of times, like, 2 years ago or so, and just cracking me up that I've done that. So yeah, I'm on Elsinore 04 if you guys want to hop on. Not warmed up for shit, but we'll see what we can do here. Which, of course, obviously, when you're live streaming, MX Simulator is not one of those kind of games where you really need to be live streaming while you're trying to race on, because this game is way too serious for that. Like, oh, God. It's one thing if you're playing, like, Reflex or some kind of arcade motocross game while you're live streaming. Like, you can somewhat keep it going and kind of control what the hell you're doing, but MX Simulator is just not that kind of game at all. Like, literally at all. Oh, and this is the worst track ever, too. Like, what was this track? What were they thinking on this one? I really don't understand this at all. This and Arlington was the two tracks that just felt like they did not... Whoa! What's up, Honda? Oh, even the corners on this track just felt weird as shit to me. I don't know what it was. I'm going to let you just go around, boy. Like, I just never got my roll on this track, ever, before. It's too damn easy, first of all. I feel like it's like a local vibe amateur supercross track or so. It's too damn easy to begin with. And not only that, but just the overall feeling of it just feels really weird. Like, it's too smooth. Every little part of the track feels way too smooth to me. Like, glass flat, paper smooth. This is just one of those I wasn't the biggest fan of. In the whole jump rhythm, not only I wasn't a big fan of the layout, first of all, but not just the layout. I wasn't a big fan of how it was made in MX Simulator on top of that. So it was like a double dookie in that sense. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like it was not the best layout to begin with, and then the way it was designed made it even worse. So yeah, I just was not the biggest fan of this track, man. I don't like those tracks where you feel like you've got to, give an arm and a leg to try to, like, keep dudes behind you. Like, there's no separation anywhere on this track. There's nothing that's going to separate you at all. Impossible. There's, like, a couple of flat tracking corners, and that's about it. It feels like this track is, like, should have been from 2011 or something. Honestly, that's what it feels like to me. And yes, RF has to go in there and build the tracks off of a track map. Like, I get it, right? But just the way these jumps are built and the transitions of this, like, this ain't it, dog. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the right way to go at doing it. And you can just see whenever they go in there and make, like, that latest RF track, it has totally different jump transitions, totally different styles of jump faces, all that kind of stuff, totally different corners. Just the way they rounded out these corners kind of has that weird, like, your front end will just slide out for no apparent reason whatsoever. So that can make it a little bizarre. But yeah, this track in Arlington was my least favorite ones. And Daytona, Glendale, and the most recent one they came out with, I would say, is my favorite ones that have been released so far. So either way, it's just weird how whenever they've got all them different track makers in RF, you get like these very... Like, the tracks don't even feel like they belong in, like, they're not even in the same year, it feels like sometimes. And they go through that every year. Like, if you've noticed that, if you've been pro racing in this game, God, this rhythm, like, it's not hard at all. It's just so weird how they built those jumps right there. But they did that last year. like in 2018, like a lot of times they'll come out with Anaheim 1, right? And it'll be decent, like scaling and just kind of overall how big the track is and all that. It'll be decent, like won't be terrible. Like I mean, I think back to the last 3 or 4 years of A1s, and they've been okay. Like they've not been bad. By the way, guys, I'm just cruising. Fucking obviously, I'm trying to like talk here. As I said before, it makes it not one of the kind of games you can just like, you know, talk and full-blown focus on. It's either you're going to, like, shut your mouth and not talk at all and focus on the racing, or you're going to talk and put her on cruise control in this motherfucker. It's one of the two, you know what I mean? You can't really do both. Like, you just can't do that with MX Simulator. But, like, even, like, last year, like, a lot of times they'll come out with, like, Anaheim 1, right? And it'll be pretty solid. Like, I'll think, wow, they're really going to get it going this year. They're really going to get some of this overall, like, scaling right, and then they'll come out with the second round. A lot of times the second round will be even better than Anaheim 1. I know that's kind of been the trend the past couple years, like, you know, like, it'll be even better. Like, they'll make awesome jump rhythms, awesome separating lines, and just the overall feeling a lot of times of the second track is really, really good. And then somewhere around that third or fourth track, they will just absolutely go completely 2 steps backwards on where they were going and make these like really smooth glass flat tracking corner tracks. They did that, I think, in 17, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was the year they did that. It's like right there around that third or fourth track of the year, it seems like it does that just about every time, and it's like, what the hell was that track? Like, feels like it doesn't even belong, but yeah, either way, like, I don't know, it's just such a bizarre, like, you can quad this right here into the corner, right? But then does it really make you all that much faster? Not really. You know, like, there's just nothing separating. I hate tracks like that where there's just, this is one of those tracks I like to call it's like an advanced stability track, right? So it's all about your, like, the whole skill of it and how fast you're going has nothing to do with the actual obstacles or the jumps. It's all in the, like, flat, how good you can flat track corner something, you know, that kind of vibe to it, how good you can get around these weird slicked off berms. That's the whole skill to this track. It has nothing to do with the actual jumps or rhythms or anything like that. It has absolutely nothing to do with it. So it's like a whole different skill than like Glendale, for instance. You know, Glendale is one of those things, as long as you're hitting them big ass quads and rhythms, like, you're really going to be able to separate yourself. That is the separation. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's how the separation should be on a supercross track. It should be the jumps, the whoops, which this track has okay whoops, I guess, but I don't know. Just a little bit of a bizarre feeling track to me. And you saw that in qualifying on this track, right? Everybody was like within the same fucking point, you know, 0.1 of a second. I just hate it when it gets like that. I don't know. That's just me personally. Just gives it a bizarre kind of feeling to it. But either way, let's wrap this freaking race up. But like this dude behind me, it's damn near impossible for him to catch up to me because I'm just cruising on a track that has, you can't separate yourself. Like if there was really a quad somewhere, he could be hitting that and possibly catch. It's just not as good for racing, in my opinion. Even in real life, I don't think it's as good for racing when the tracks get really one-line and simplistic rhythms and all that kind of stuff to them. Just, you know, it's not as good for racing, in my opinion. Some of my most favorite tracks ever out there are some of the ones that have some of the biggest rhythms, some of the coolest, like, you know, big whoop sections, cool little interesting unique jump line stuff that you can do, and just makes the tracks a lot more fun in that sense. But 54.9, hell, that is like god-awful lap time. Let's get on an actual track that I can do something on here. This is one of those tracks I just try to survive whenever I'm riding on it. Like, you know, just try to try to somewhat survive all the shit. Hopefully this was Moto 2, so I can skip her on down to Malou, down to the whatever the track is after this. But this is a prime example of, like, if you hopped on this track after you've rode on like A1 and Glendale and Daytona and stuff like that, you would think, what the hell is this track? Like, it doesn't even feel like it belongs in this year of tracks at all. Literally doesn't feel like it belongs at all. This main triple right here was way too small for its own good, so that was a little bizarre, but woo! Skating. Yeah, and then the whoops, that's, you know, you just got to hammer it through all this pretty hardcore to get it going like you want it to be. Sorry, guys. I'll look at chat in the middle of a race there. All right. Let's see. Whole shot. What was that, dog? Yeah, dude talking about my PC spec build that I made a video on a little while back. I will go in there, make another video on that. Basically, the reason why I deleted that back in the day was it sounded like I was talking to their fucking barrel in that video. So I'll go back in there and remake that at some point here. All right. Alrighty then, dudes. Minneapolis. At least we're on something halfway decent. Let's see if we can get stream sniped in this motherfucker. I think old Brett Favley is pro. Pretty sure he is anyways. This track, at least you can separate yourself a little bit on it. Got to pop up over that to this. Oh. Whoa. Whoa. That was a little close for comfort there, boys. Alright. But yeah, let me know if the live stream's looking good, like quality-wise and all that jazz, and we'll see if we can keep her. Oh, shit, really? I'm going to mess up on that stupid jump. Alright, let me get my flow going here, boys. Once I get enough of a gap, then I can kind of calm down a little bit, but Honda's on my ass. Got to get it going, boy. Alright. Let's get this rocking and rolling here. Roll around this corner. Got to jump to here. Overjump that slightly, but that's okay. Badass triple right here. This is how you make a damn main triple on a track, dudes. For sure. I actually really like this rhythm right here, too. Believe it or not, I really like it. And then I jacked that up. Cool. Sick. Awesome. Didn't even triple up to the outside. I don't know if any erode is on right here, but god damn, of course I got a guy that's like really trying to focus and be consistent, so I just got to put in work here real quick, boys. Sorry, I can't really like pull off to the side of the track and drink a beer and look at chat right at the moment, so bear with me. MX Simulator is just, that's probably why a lot of people don't live stream this game, because it's just not that kind of game, you know? It's like takes so much focus just to even get around a track fast. It's just weird when you really start focusing on MX Sim. It makes all the difference in the world on like how fast you're going to go, how good you can race, that whole kind of thing on it. Versus like some of those other games, they just really don't take the same level of focus in that sense. Let's get this rhythm down. Be careful not over jump that last triple. Nipples. Alright. It's just like, especially when you get a guy that's like riding fairly consistently, then you really got to like focus on what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's still going. I think he went down. Just letting you guys know I'm in Elsinore 04. If you want to hop on there and do a little racing. Alright, now we got that little bit of a gap here. Woo! Let me just slide out right quick and still beat my previous lap time. I would say on this track, like 50, if you can be running constant 50, 54s maybe. 53, low 54s, 53s, that'd be kind of where you need to be at. But it's crazy on MX Sim. Like, you can have the smallest little mishap in a lap. Like that right there, how I just barely overjumped that main triple. And then you're not going to get the lap time that you're wanting to get. And then here I am talking and can't finish this rhythm right here. It's just such a, I don't know, man. It's hard to explain MX Sim, but it is not the game to live stream on. Like, because then I just get in this, like, cruise control mode, and I'm not even actually pushing on the track, and then this guy's just catching me, you know, second by second by second. Like, when you've raced so much in this game, you just learn how people can catch you. You learn the overall speed on tracks. You learn how far you have to get ahead for them to crash once and not be able to catch you. All these little, like, micro, I don't really know how to explain it, micro, like, how you, I don't even know how to explain it. You just learn, like, all these little things, and then you become really good at being able to tell, like, how someone's catching you, if they're even going to be able to catch you. Like, you know, me right here, if I wasn't live streaming, wasn't trying to talk, didn't have all this extra lag, I'd have been scooting. I'd have been already scooted on this track. But now I'm having to, like, I'm having to like almost backtrack in a sense and just keep it steady so that I don't wreck, because then it'll catch me, right? But most people aren't that consistent, you know. Most time you can get away with not even really going that fast and still beating people. So that's kind of what it comes down to at the end of the day. Most time that's what you do, but anytime you become a pro in the game, or Jesus Christ, like a damn, it's even worse when you're a big YouTuber or anything like that. And by big YouTuber, I mean for MX Simulator. I'm not talking about just in general. But anytime you become anybody like that, then it's like everybody automatically expects you to be riding at 1,000% speed all the time, all day, every day. You can't play around. You can't mess around. You can't go slow. You got to be 100% in the pro race form every time, or somebody thinks something's wrong and they think, oh my God, I finally beat Spencer Turley, holy shit. So you got like all this pressure, even though like this right here don't mean shit, right? But it's just funny how it is like that once you, but like if you're not a pro, you can just mess around and it's like whatever, it's all good, you know? But then you just like, you build up this expectation of everybody thinking you're going to go this fast, so then you feel like you have to go that fast every single time you're on the damn track. It's like, Jesus. But you got to do it, man, you know what I mean? You put yourself in that situation, that's just the way it is once you get to a certain point. So there's a low 55. That's still pretty slow. Before I pro raced in that last race, I was practicing quite a bit on this track, and I was getting 53s in there, but and then running super consistent 54s. So that was kind of where I was basing my speed off of. But should be able to finish this dude off if I just keep her steady. I think he's going to be able to just catch me here. Yeah, and he had his wreck. Like, you'll learn how, it's so funny, man, because I've raced so much online. You'll learn how a lot of people will be fast at the beginning of the race, right? They'll be like right on your ass. They'll be right on you, be racing you hard, you know what I mean? And you'll see them like just one after another. One will bite the dust about like 2-3 laps in. One of the dudes will bite the dust. Then if it's like a really special, consistent guy, he won't bite the dust 1 or 2 laps in, but then he'll bite the dust like 5 or 6 laps in, right? And then you'll get a little gap out of him. It's just funny. You just learn how like most people are not really all that consistent in MX Simulator. They're just not, and that's just the way it is. Woo! Like I'm saying, you don't even really have to go fast to beat most people. Like, I'm not even going fast right now. This is like pitiful how slow I'm going on the track. And like lap time wise, if you look at that, you'll throw up in your mouth, like barely even moving when you look at speed wise. But it doesn't take speed to win races. That's the crazy like part about it. It doesn't. I'm telling you, it doesn't at all. Now, once you get to the 450 Pro class, even in the pros, that's what's crazy about it. Even in the pros, it's not like you got to be just wicked every single corner, every single lap. It's more so just make sure you're hitting all the rhythms right every lap and not wrecking on a certain jump rhythm. As long as you do that and just kind of flow around the corners, I'm not saying you can tiptoe on your Jordans around the corners, but as long as you just flow around the corners and hit all the rhythms right every single lap and never crash one time, you will do good in pro racing, like period. You don't really have to be like super legendary, just wicked, retarded, fast. It's not really like that, and I think a lot of people think it is like that, you know? And it's really not. As long as you're hitting big rhythms consistently every lap and not wrecking and flowing around the corners at least halfway decent, you'll be scooting, dude. You know what I'm saying? You'll be going in a pro race. So let me read chat right quick. 34 viewers in here. What's up? This is Glendale, right? No, this is fucking, what is this? Damn, what is this? Minneapolis maybe? I don't know what this is. Why do I race a stock bike? Well, it's a hard one to explain there, Dudesky. Basically, the reason why I do that is just because I feel like that's the best fitting kind of bike skin. Yeah, this is Minneapolis. I feel like that's the best fitting bike skin that there is in the game. Because it is the default thing. So it's the best kind of view you can have in first person. Whereas some of the other ones kind of have weird positions, like, oh, I think this was Brett right here on this Honda. I didn't even realize that. Is he running that stock? I think he might be running a stock Honda skin that I actually have, because I'm not seeing him on the default skin right now. But I might have to focus here, boys. This guy's trying to rip me a new one live, so let me focus here. Just focus for a couple laps, and then I'll try to chill out for a minute and then look at chat once I get it going. Gotta love when you just get these one guys that are just, you know, right on your ass, riding super consistent. Like, he's trying hard. He's really going for it. Like, shit, dog. Oh, damn. You just know he's over there like, God damn it, I just want to beat Spencer Turley so bad on a live stream. Just want to do it so bad. God damn it, just don't wreck. Just don't crash. You can do it. You can do it, dude. Oh, he crashed. Look at that. Now I'm going to fucking wreck. Ah, shit. That's how that... Instant karma, Spencer. Good one, bud. That damn triple right there. You got to be so careful. You got to be so careful not over jump it. He wrecked again. Damn. Get back on that bike, boy. That was weird how I wrecked right there. I was thinking I was going to be able to just go off track and get right back on without popping off, but it kind of shot me in a weird, had one of those weird little off track, like, ricochet off of a fucking concrete something. I don't even know what happened right there. But, nah, I'm just joking around about Brett. Yeah, but you know how they are. Like, anybody that wants to get in there and ride on it, like, it's weird, man. You get to a certain level in a game, and I never thought it'd be like this, but anytime I'm in a server, you can just tell people want to beat Spencer Turley. Like, they want to do that, and it's just, I don't know. It's just like how any of it is, you know? I guess I just don't look at myself as being, like, I don't know, I just look at myself as a normal guy, so it's weird when you do get to a level in certain things, and it's, like, just bizarre how people treat you, like in a different kind of way when you become something. It's very... very bizarre, unexplainable thing to some people that haven't gone through it, right? Like, it was crazy back at the beginning of the days when I really was just another guy in MX Simulator riding. Like, I remember it like it was yesterday, right? Like, before I really started making the videos, just another guy, you know, no one really knows who you are. And then you start getting fast on these online servers. You know, that was kind of before I really started doing the YouTube videos, got fast on the online servers, really started racing on them every night, beating everybody in those online servers. So then I was starting to, like, get my name known just from doing that, right? And then with the YouTube videos, it was weird because it's almost like my YouTube fame surpassed my MX Simulator Pro Racing fame, right? You get what I'm saying? Let me not do this shit again. Woo! Almost did it. Almost did it to him, boy. It was weird because, like, my, you know, my YouTube fame kind of surpassed the MX Simulator Pro fame. So then everyone knew me off of MX Sim and not just for being fast. And then it, like, became a combination when I started doing better in pro races and getting top fives and, you know, main events and stuff like that. Then it kind of became, like, people knew me for being pretty quick in the game and being this YouTuber. So then it just, like, I don't know, dude, it's weird. And then all of a sudden you wake up and, like, everybody's, you know, singing "What's up, my dudes" in online servers, and I mean, it just happens so quick. It happens so slow, but so quick. You know, it's bizarre how it does it, but it really does. Woo! Got to watch out for them stripper poles. Then we'll get you every time, boy. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a weird, hard to explain kind of thing, because it all just kind of happened. It all just kind of fell into my lap to a certain extent, like. Funny how I'm riding this race exactly like I did that last one. I'm just like looking at the gap that he is behind me, right? And I'm pushing just enough to keep him like a wreck behind me. Like, good God, Spencer. If I'd actually focus, I'd be going a lot quicker here. But I'm like trying to talk and like looking at how far back he is. Like, just keep him like, you know, 11, 12 seconds behind. You'll be all good, dog. Oh, shit. But yeah, that is certainly a bizarre experience. Like, I'm just over here, 57s, 57s, 57s. Let me take a nap. I'm an old man, 57s. Alright, let's try to get me a little heater going here real quick, ski. Once I get a little more warmed up, should be able to start, you know, flicking the wrist a little bit here. Careful. This place you can gain a lot of time right here, carrying a lot of speed up over this little dragon's back. You can pretty much gain like a whole second right there, but just the tiptoeing in your Jordans that you'll do in the corners, you know, kind of kills you like overall lap time wise quite a bit. All right, let's see. And obviously you need to hammer it through these whoops. That's so weird trying to ride on whoops when you have lag of any kind. God damn it, then I slide out. That's weird trying to, like, that's probably the hardest part of a track when you've got any kind of live stream lag or anything like that that you're trying to deal with. Because the whoops, you need that high frames per second to really see what the hell you're doing. Like, you know what I mean? You need it because the bike is sitting there just constantly reacting over every little thing. Ah, shit, stain. Okay. Well, this lap's not going to be too hot. But, yeah, it's just a bizarre road you get on, bizarre experience. But the whole YouTube thing and all that really did just kind of fall in my lap to a certain extent. Yes, I work super hard at it now and just, you know, put my damn near my whole life into it now. This is all I do now. But there was a certain point where it just kind of fell into my lap to a certain extent. Like, it just kind of, it like found me in a way more than I chased it, you know? Like, I was just making those custom tracks and like, damn, I just want to show this to the world. 56.9, 69, baby, you know what it is. So, yeah. And then it just morphed into the track reviews. Like, a fourth of my channel is track reviews, which is pretty insane when you think about it. Go back and look at that. Like, I literally have more than 200 overall track reviews on my channel. Freaking insane. Just gotta watch out. Okay. Let's see if we can get a damn 54 up in here. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do it. Obviously, I can ride the race pretty consistent, but, right? Like, gotta love that slide, boy. Gotta love it. I'm about getting to the point where I need to get a new controller. She's starting to get a little war. I don't care, dude. I ran a 5069, so we're all good. It's just weird how that is. Like, you'll hop on here offline, right? And, like, you know, when I got my headphones on and I'm really focusing, I mean, I'll be running 53s on this track like they ain't shit, right? And 54s every lap, bare minimum, and then 53s when I'm really, really scooting. And then potentially even 52s on this track, you know? Like, that was kind of where I was at. But then I'm on here live streaming and getting this lag and stuff. It's like, I'm struggling to even get a damn 55. It's just weird how you go slower when you're talking and, like, you just automatically do it. You can't even really help it. It is weird how it does that, but either way. I want to get on here and have some fun, do some racing. Just trying to get the live streaming thing back going like I want it. And, should be able to get that. Yo, dudes, I recorded that that insane huck on Daytona. That, like, 35,000 jump rhythm through the rollers off the wall. I did record that, and that will be in the next, dudes, I'm gonna have to, like, take a break for a minute. Let me just go, like, let's see. New race. Whoops. Okay. It's like, no, bitch, you're going to multiplayer race. Let me go take a break so I can read chat. Okay. I'll be back, boys. Don't worry. I'm skipping Arlington anyway, so not hating on that. Let me just get on Glendale for a second offline and so I can actually look at chat here. Yeah, that how you recover going so sideways in the whoops, that's all in how, basically how loose your setup is. You know what I'm saying? Because the looser it is, like with your rider mass distribution and, you know, stability and all that, that's what allows you to be able to basically bring the bike back around when it gets out of shape. That's like the whole reason why you really do it. That's the whole reason why you make a looser setup is because it gives you more control overall on the bike. And that's basically why you do it. Sorry, guys, to some of you that hopped in that server to race with me there. I'll be back on it here in just a second. Just had to, I'm like trying to actually read chat. It's freaking impossible on them online servers that restart in like 2.5 seconds. So I apologize there, but I'll be back rolling on it here in a minute. But yeah, dudes. So either way, let me take a little look, get back at it again. Everybody guessing what gear ratio I run. Dog, I run like 5 different gear ratios. Like, it's funny how you guys thinking, like, saying what I'm running. I run 5 different ones, so it's like, you know, cracks me up. I have people try to guess my first-person settings, too, and I've ran multiple different first-person settings. I've tried all different kinds of stuff on that, so there's a lot of people that think they know what I run, or they try to put out there that I run this or run that, and cracks me up, dog. Because I've ran so many different things. Like, people think I just hopped on MXM and just, like, you know, plugged all this shit in, and it was like, okay, now I'm, like, all of a sudden fast Spencer Turley. That's not, it was like a full progression, dude. My setup and every bit about it changed over time. That's how it went, you know. So I've ran, and even my setup was completely different back before they added the that update where they put the low speed, high speed compression and rebound. It was completely different then than it is now, because you basically had to change it, or you'd have that weird little pop off the bike thing that would happen. You used to be able to, like, really go in there and I feel like you could get around the tracks better with a stock suspension back before they added all that in before, but now it's not really as good, but you can still get around with stock suspension. I mean, I've proven that in videos plenty of times, but I guess I feel like back then, whoa, dude, scrub with the Sentry. Just scrubbed all that little shit and landed it. Oh, God. There's just so much to this game. It's hard to even fucking, like, begin to... It's just so much. It's the full extent that a motocross game can be in every imagination possible. No, it doesn't have as good a graphics as Supercross 2, the official video game. It was made a decade ago, but other than that, every other aspect of it, yeah, it's the full extent. You know what I'm saying? The bike setup, the maneuverability, you can get as much movement as you want on this shit. Like, there really is no limit to how much movement you can get on the bike. You can get too much movement. Like literally, if you max everything out, like movement and looseness wise, it's honestly gets to that point where it's just too much. In my opinion, it's just like you get too much on there and then it doesn't even feel comfortable anymore. The number one aspect, you want it to feel comfortable. Whatever it is, you want it to feel comfortable to you specifically. That is the most important aspect, because comfortability is what allows you to become one with the bike, okay? So, like, for instance, you may go in there and put some really cool setup thing on it. So we can hook this bitch. Got it. Even though I was on the toughies. Like, you can go in there, let's just say, change a little thing on your setup, and it's like, oh my God, finally I can go through the whoops so much better. Oh my God, finally I can jump some crazy rhythm that I couldn't jump before. But if it doesn't feel as comfortable to you, then you're not going to be able to ride as good consistently in a long main event situation. See, that's where it gets, this is more of like the pro kind of guide, the pro kind of tutorial. It's like you really get deep into the thought of, well, it's the comfortability aspect of it that really overrides everything else. I mean, that is what does it, without a doubt. Because once you start, it's all about becoming one with the bike. Because once you become one with the bike, then you don't even think about how you're hitting something or riding. It all just naturally happens. That's what you're trying to get, right? That's the goal, is to try to get it as one with the bike as you possibly can, to where you're literally not even thinking twice about hucking quads and fifth tap through whoops, and like you don't even have to think about it, you just do it, which takes a lot of playing the game, without a doubt. I mean, I can't tell you the amount of nights I've just sat here and just grinded lap after lap after lap after lap. You know what I mean? I've been through the ringer on that, trust me, dog. But it's all about the one with the bike. I mean, that's it, man. Okay, I'm reading chat real quick. What's up, Snipes? Just want him to see me. I saw you earlier, dog. For show. Yeah, stability is such a big aspect to the game, just simply because you would think, like, oh, your stability, that just makes it to where you can turn quicker, right? That's what you would think, but it helps you in a lot more ways than you would imagine by lowering your stability. It makes it to where you can actually, like, jump off of jumps at angles better when you lower your stability, because it's not trying to, like, hold it up for you when you really, like, scrub off of jump faces and stuff like that. So you can hit jumps at an angle a lot better. You can kind of float out to the side of the bike off of the side of jumps and stuff better. All that kind of stuff you can do. And it also helps you like in the whoops, just having more stability to where the bike doesn't feel as stale and stagnant and stiff. It helps you in so many different areas. The stability aspect of it, it does so many different things for you that it's not just as simple as it helps you turn quicker. You know what I mean? Like, it does a lot more than that, man. It really does. Willie boys, Wet Willie Wednesday. What's up, dogs? I love doing wheelies in this game, man. Oh, by the way, just letting some of you fans know that have been like, what the hell? I thought you said he was going to do some real-life riding videos, Spencer. I just rode on the bike, okay? Just got the 250F back out. 2016 250F has been rode literally like 5 times. Still brand spanking new titties. I just got it out yesterday, okay? Just kind of cruised around the yard a little bit, making sure I get everything back going. Just doing a little small maintenance stuff. You know, just getting new gas in it, tire pressure, all that quick little jazz. You know, make sure it's got oil, antifreeze in it, all that. Just doing the little stuff like that. And I'm going to ride, let's see, more than likely tomorrow, actually on a track. I'm going to go get one solid ride day in. And then I'm going to go ride on Friday again on the same track. And that's when I'm going to try to go in there and film a little bit. I'll try to, you know, do at least somewhat of a video, and then we'll get it back rolling. I need to figure out a better helmet cam system. I'm going to have to try to get that figured out, but that'll be like not uploaded this. The helmet cam aspect of it probably won't be uploaded this week. It'll probably be like next week, something like that. But I will upload a real-life motocross video at the track this next week at some point. It's definitely going to happen. So, yeah, I've been getting that going. It's just so hard to get back into motocross whenever you stop doing it for so long. Oh, God. Telling me to switch to keyboard. No, that's what I started on. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do, man. I went through it, though. Like, I've been through it all with MXM, dude. Keyboards. Played like that when I first got the game. Like, I mean, it's just crazy trying to explain it. But when you go through the game and you, it's like I didn't really have like some dude just sitting there telling me how to do everything, you know? I didn't have some guy like sitting there like, okay, this is what you do, that's what you do, and then when you get to this level, you do that, and then you do this, and then you change this. I didn't have any of that shit. I was having to do it on my own. You know what I'm saying? I had to get it on my own. I had to find my own way, right? Which in turn, I'm very thankful for that because now I've trial and errored so many different things you can do in the game that I've basically learned a lot of different elements that I wouldn't have otherwise had I just listened to somebody else. Especially in the track making side of it. Like some of the little stuff I've done on that has just been monumental. I've learned like really quick ways to make custom tracks a lot quicker than I think most people do it. And just little, not just that, but also all the on the bike stuff. And it's weird when you learn it on your own, you learn what is better for you more, I feel like. You following my vibe here? Whereas if somebody's just telling you, I don't feel like it's fitting you in particular as good as if you were going in there doing it yourself. Is it going to take more time going in there doing it yourself? Yeah. But are you going to learn something that's better for you in particular and making you more one with the bike because it all fits you and you're going to learn little aspects of it that you wouldn't just by, you know, hearing someone else tell you how to do it? Yes. Okay. That's why I look so different on the bike than a lot of these other guys, because I do things completely different than most people do it. Like the cookie cutter way to set a bike up and all that kind of stuff in the game. I'm pretty much the polar opposite of that. So yeah, but I couldn't have done that had I just listened. And it's one thing to watch tutorials, kind of get ideas on techniques and stuff like that. Obviously I've done, multitude of different, guide videos on this game. But it's one of those things you just want to kind of, a certain aspect of anything in life that you need to learn on your own. You got to do some of it on your own. And it's hard to explain it without like directly showing you examples, but I'm telling you, it's taught me insane things that some other people don't really understand. Most people don't understand. It'll teach you like ways, because when you're going in there doing trial and error on things, you learn like, okay, let me try to do this crazy thing over here that nobody's ever really tried to do, and we'll see if it works or not. And sometimes it works. And then when it does work, you're like, wow, I don't feel like a soul is doing this out here, but I figured this out, you know? And so you've got little aspects like that, not just in the setup of the bike. Yes, there are some things like that, but I'm also talking about track making. I'm talking about all that shit. Ways to record YouTube videos. I mean, list goes on and on and on. When you do it on your own, you learn little things, man. And that's what's so cool about it. Either way, yeah, people talking about using a wheel. Yeah, I don't think a whole lot of people really do that. But also I've seen people, some dude sent me a Snapchat playing this game a little while back. This would have been like a year or two ago, of him playing MX Simulator with actual handlebars. You know, not like a wheel, but fucking handlebars, dog. He was playing this game with that. I don't know how the hell he was doing it. I don't know, but there is some way that you can play this game with like a handlebar controller in some kind of way. I don't know like exactly how all that works, but you definitely can do that without a doubt. Stoppies, man, them stoppies, you got to be freaking on it with that. You're braking and you got to know what the hell you're doing. You got to get enough speed too. There is a handlebar setup. Yeah, that's coming from Devin 15. There is a handlebar setup, dog. There's some way to do it. I mean, he was sitting there playing MX Simulator in front of a screen, a Snapchat of it. By the way, if you guys want to go add me on Snapchat, my name is just Spencer Turley, no space, no capital. I'll add you back on there. And Steam and Instagram and all that shit, same thing. Spencer Turley, no space, no capital. I'll get you. And that's how I'll get you in the Discord too. But, yeah, basically, like, I saw it happen, okay? Like, I saw him using the handlebars in front of the screen playing MX Simulator. So it's possible in some kind of way. I'm just not exactly sure. But, yeah, that's certainly the way this is all going. Like, MX Simulator and the pro racing. And it's going to get to the point where it's VR and you're using some kind of handlebar. And then it's going to progress from there and it's going to go to past the VR point, and it's going to go into like, you know, it's going to be full blown like you're on a real life dirt bike, but it's a controller, right? And you're going to be looking through VR, and it's going to get like that. And, you know, that's just the natural progression of it. I still think we're, you know, a few years out from that happening, probably like a decade out from that happening. But this is the game to do it on. There is no doubt about it. Like when you talk which game would you do that futuristic shit with, it's MX Simulator 100%, without a doubt. This is most definitely the game you'd do that on. 5 hook. Shit. Alright. Sick landing. Nailed it. Nailed it. Yeah, guys, I was taking a little break from racing. I know I have multiplayer racing in the title. Had to take a little break there for a second because I was wanted to read some chat and do some stuff like that, but I'll hop back in there right now. Okay. Hopefully they are off Arlington. Am I going to do it? Am I going to do it? No, I'm not going to do it. God damn it. All right, here, I'm back in the server, boys. Elsinore 04. You know what it is. Hop, skip, giggity you. Get it? So, hopefully this is all... Shit, they're still in Arlington. This has got to be the second moto of it. Got to be. Man, this was a weird one. I don't know. Just these jumps right here literally feel like they came directly off of a 2011 or 12 Supercross track. And I hate this layout of this right here on the track map, this little area. It's like, let's just have a straightaway to a 1 millimeter double out of a corner to another 1 millimeter double to another flat ass straightaway to a corner to one main triple and then another flat ass straightaway to a corner to the smallest wall you've ever seen in your life to another flat ass straightaway. Like what? I'm not the biggest fan of some of that. When it gets like a lot of flat sections, flat tracking corner, that's like some of my biggest, what you call like pet peeve stuff on Supercross tracks. I like jumps. I mean, that's, you know, but I know it's all part of it, right? Like, flat corners is part of Supercross. Flat straightaways are part of Supercross. I get it all. Those whoops even feel like they're from like 2012 or some shit. That was a little weird. But, like, I get it. You know, Supercross has a lot of different facets to it and all that. But you got to understand when the scaling starts to feel a little weird on a track, and it doesn't even really feel like it fits into that particular year. That's kind of the vibe I got from this Arlington and the, I think it was like that San Diego track was on. That's the kind of feeling I get from those. Almost like it just, the overall height of jumps, overall big scaling feeling of the track's not quite the same. Corners kind of feel a little different. But I don't know. It plays a trick on your mind when you got different decals on tracks, and, you know, it plays a big part. What the hell? I'm bouncing all over the countryside, boy. Maybe add a vest that way you can feel the roost. Yeah. Or just have somebody shoot you with a paintball gun. Either one will work. Don't worry. Yeah, Doug. It's funny how, like, literally no one rides with roost on MX Simulator. I want to make a freaking video on that eventually, just talking about that, like, forced roost. I don't know if that'll ever get done in this game, like, where it forces you to have it on, but it would totally change. That's what's funny about some people that, like, make fun of MX Simulator graphics, and they probably think in their head that there is no roost in this game at all, because no one ever runs it, right? But it's just, we just have it turned off, because it just causes a little bit more, you know, lag, so no one really runs that in pro racing. So, but there is roost in this game, dude, and it definitely makes it look more realistic if it's a good kind of roost. That's the thing about it. That's what's crazy. There's a plethora of different kind of roosts that you can have in the game, and the way it looks and all that. Holy 360 TP 720, get on my level. But it certainly makes it look more real. There ain't no doubt about it. But I don't know if we'll ever get to that day where it's like JLV is just like, all right, we're forcing roost on, so everyone has to run it. Because if he doesn't force it on, then no one's going to run it. Period. I mean, like, that's just the way that no one's going to run it. But it will affect your vision. Like, if you have 40 dudes in front of you with roost maxed out, it's going to affect your vision without a doubt. And that's the other aspect of it. The reason why no one uses it is because it's just going to be a little bit of a disadvantage if roost is on. You get what I'm saying? Because you're not... I mean, you're going to have roost flying in your face, and some other people could have it turned off and not have any roost in their face. So that's kind of the whole difference there. So let's see what this next track is, and then we'll get it going. But I just wanted to come in here and do a quick little live stream, try to make sure the playback, the audio actually syncs up properly with it. I know that was a bit of an issue on that last one. Nah, dog, I don't even fuck around with them speed hacks, boy. I don't even know what kind of hacks they actually have in here other than that jump hack. That's the only one I know, like, you know, for sure that was in there. But you just imagine if they have a jump hack, they probably have a speed hack, a horsepower hack. That hack I saw was, I think it was more of a float hack, right? But, I mean, if they have that kind of hack, then you know they're going to have a speed hack. You know they're going to have a not fall off the bike hack. I mean, that's just obvious. I know some people were trying to tell me, like, Spencer, no one even used a hack like that. We didn't even... So you know that every single rider on that gate was not using some kind of hack like that. Okay, yeah. Like, you're into every single dude's PC, and you just know exactly that no one's used any hacks. Like, please, bro. All right, I got to focus on this shit right quick. What the hell we got Oh, this is one of those tracks that's okay, I guess you could say. What the hell? We got Aaron Plessinger's brother up in here. Trying to beat the turkey. You know what it is. That's fucking crazy, his little wreck where he blew out his ankle. Damn, son. Saw that happen. Let me just get squirrely tits off of that. He's 3 seconds back now. Kind of crazy how you got a lot of the pro racing dudes and stuff like that that play MX Sim and their brothers and stuff. Oh, shit. That was the little split lane. Kind of went too far to the right. Check out that Galaxy logo over there on the scoring tower, dog. Hell yeah. Alright, I gotta get my... Oh! But, should be about everybody's spring break time, shouldn't it? If I'm thinking of that properly. In real life, I think it's different for everybody, right? But, yeah, if it is your spring break time, be careful, boys. Don't be flipping and whipping them yams too much, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of people don't even understand the party side to me. Like, dude, I was a savage back in high school. Savage on the party scene. Like, Jesus Christ, I've been through it all on that. Let's see. But I do want to get in there to making some more, like, drunk playing MX Simulator videos and that whole kind of side of it. I do want to start doing that some more. Wow, I'm just sucking it up on that. I don't know if the road has been turned up any. Maybe. Dude, I just got to get back to the riding in that consistent mode again, where I'm just hitting all my lines, not really going fast, just hitting all my lines. You know what I'm saying? As long as, like I said, as long as you do that, a lot of times you'll win any sort of race. Not that you got to be fast. It's not a speed game, okay? Once you get into the pro racing, it's a consistency game. In the amateurs, it kind of is more of a speed game because everybody's wrecking. You know what I mean? But in the pros, everybody's a little bit more consistent, so you got to be consistent or you're not going to make it anywhere. And that's kind of how that happens. So, all right, let's see if we can get scooting on this puppy. I've made way too many mistakes already. Cannot afford to have another one. That corner, you can actually turn it way tighter and carry quite a bit of speed through there, but got another one of these dudes right on my ass. Oh, shit. Gotta love it, boy. Gotta love it. Now I gotta focus. Let me do this shit real quick, boys, and I'll look at chat. Yeah, it's weird how your brain gets used to riding with the lag. That is so bizarre. Like, this kind of lag I would never run in a pro race, or I would never be able to live stream while pro racing because it would just tear me up lag-wise. Like, I'd never be able to do it. 54.9, that's slow as shit. I need to be running 52s on this. All right, let's see. Just try to run some smooth laps. Weird-ass rhythm right here. I didn't jump all of it in one jump, boys. No jump hacks confirmed. Oh, God. Was that not something like shit? Oh, fuck. And the random legs off. Great. Wonderful. I'm being way too, like, patient jumping that right there. Jumping that whole rhythm right there. I'm being way, way too patient on it. I'm not hitting it hard enough in the entry aspect of it. At least Home Skillet Biscuit went down behind me, so we should be breathing here. But yeah, I'm running terrible races. Like, you know, it's all about let me manage this lag that I'm getting from duplicating my displays and live streaming and recording it. So I'm recording this off, like, not even live streaming. I'm recording it on the side as well, so my PC's having to handle all that extra lag and load just recording it, you know, off the side, not just the live streaming aspect of it. So my PC is putting in work, dude, right now. So, you know, even though I've got a decent PC, right, it still is a lot of work for any PC to be doing all this right here at once. So it makes it a challenge, but I'm definitely doing some, I think my live stream and all that should be a lot better now that I've got all this going more like I want it. There's a lot of little YouTube live stream settings that you can go in there and adjust, and it makes a big difference on everything. Got to start hammering it through these whoops a little quicker. A couple of areas you can make some time. Like, it's just weird, but I'm 2 seconds a lap slower when I'm live streaming and not sitting there listening to music, you know, and trying to talk and keep the convo going. It's a task just doing that, man. Just keeping a convo going without doing anything is a task, but then trying to play a game like MX Simulator while you're keeping the convo going, while you're racing somebody. Gotta be a damn rocket scientist. Get all this shit done. Oh, got it. But, you know, I could see some people, like, watching this live stream and looking at my lap time and stuff and be like, God dang, Spencer, you suck so bad. It's like, dude, I'm live streaming, dog. Like, you know, 2 seconds a lap at least slower every single lap here than I normally would be. So, it's just kind of part of it, though, when you're live streaming. Part of it, dog. So yeah, but I appreciate all the support, boys. Appreciate you guys hopping into this live stream. Gonna be doing it a lot more, like I said, and yeah. So it kind of made me mad about that Daytona live stream that I did because everything was a little bit off kilter on it. My audio was off from my gameplay, and but I got that fixed. What it was like a little setting in there in YouTube, like a low latency setting that I had in the wrong area. It was supposed to make it a little bit better for the watching it back on my YouTube channel quality-wise, but what it did was it added that latency to it. So that's what jacked me up there. And then it made the actual commentary off from the gameplay. I think there is a little bit of your road on, if I'm not mistaken. 53.5. Oh, jump the finish line. Suck on that one. Love when I can just like flatland a 300-foot jump. Like, god dang. Yeah, I'm reading chat right now. You guys are cracking me up. Yo, dudes, with the whole first-person setting thing, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. The reason why I don't tell you what mine is because I want you to find something that fits you. That's why I don't do that. That's why I don't give out my setups, why I don't do all that. Because I know deep down it'll be better for you to figure it out on your own. So, believe it or not, you think I'm being like this stingy little shit and not telling you, you know, my stuff. Like, why can't you just tell us, Spencer? You know, that kind of thing. But you got to understand there's a deeper thought to this, okay? I'm doing that so that you're forced to go in there and figure it out on your own, and it's going to help you more in the long run. I'm telling you, it's not going to seem that way right off the bat, but it will help you more in the long run. I'll tell you tips and, you know, ways to set up stability and all that little stuff. I'll tell you all that. But as far as just giving you my shit, like, I'm not going to do that. You gotta find your own way, bro. Find your own way. Get it on your own. That kind of thing, dude. It will help you more in the long run. The first-person setting thing, you going in there and actually figuring out, like, the first-person height, angle, you know, all that kind of stuff. Once you figure that out on your own, it makes everything better. Because then now you're actually seeing it in the way that you want to see it. And it's not hard to do it. It's not. Like, I mean, it's like literally... If you knew what I had in my first-person settings, you'd be like, wow. I was thinking that was some, like, big secret, and it's really not. I'm going to get landed on. Over here talking out my ass. Oh, come up short ski. All right, back at it again. Oh... Yeah, I believe it or not, actually, before Plessinger won his 250 title, I think that's his brother right there in the front right now, before Aaron won his 250 SX title, I literally remember making a video on that, and I was like, you know, like a predictions of that next year, and I was like, dude, it's Plessinger's time, he's fast, I know he could win a title, and he comes out and wins it that year that I was predicting it on, right? He came out and won it. It's like, oh, shit. Wow, dude. Like, I really wanted to go in there and make a video on all that. All of the predictions that I've gotten, like, 1,000% correct before it ever even happened. Just another little example is my predictions on the Daytona this year. I was like, well, it's probably going to be Tomac and Baggett. One of the two. And literally, Tomac and Baggett were 1 and 2 on the... after taking off on the start straight. I don't know. I don't think Baggett ended up getting second, but they were 1 and 2 at the beginning, and then obviously Tomac winning. So pretty funny. But yeah, this dude's riding a little consistent race now. Bet he wrecks at some point though. So that'll be our little bit of our opportunity to catch back up to him. Just got to focus a little bit. He's not really pulling away. Looks like he's probably on a 250. So. I don't think he's just going to pull plumb away from us here. See if we can catch up. corner right there, you got to just carry all your speed around. All right, boys. This is not going to be as easy of a race as we've had previously. We got a dude actually on a roll here. Gonna have to hit him with the work. Okay. Gonna have to start getting in that warp speed mode, baby. Gonna have to start doing it to him. Gotta pick up that speed. It's crazy on MX Semi. You can just pick up speed like in the weirdest places that you would never expect to be able to gain time on people. It is just so weird how you can do that in this game. He's scooting now. Ain't no doubt about it. He's definitely flowing. This track's got a weird thing where you can shave off a lot of time just by smacking up some of these jump faces a lot harder. Like just instead of being smooth, this is one of those tracks where if you override it, I think you actually go faster by doing that. And obviously the whoops, you know, hitting those faster is going to make you way faster on this track. Did I predict that one or what? There's very few people that can actually run like a, however many laps this is, I don't know if it's like 6 or 8. There's very many people that can run that many laps without ever falling off the bike and just hitting every single rhythm every lap. Very few people can actually do that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not even that you have to be fast. As long as you just hit all the lines and not pop off the bike, you're probably going to win on these online servers. Like, it's really just that simple, honestly. So now we're just putting her in cruise control. Try not to have another wreck. But I know his speed level, so as long as I keep it somewhat at that pace, I doubt he's going to be able to just raw catch up to me here. Got to get going quicker in those whoops. Got to do it. That is a bizarre experience racing while you're live streaming, though. Something you just have to really get used to, like, but you can get used to anything. That's the weird thing. Like, I'm already somewhat used to this lag, even though if I was trying to pro race with this, it'd be like, oh my God, there's no way I can ride with that kind of lag. But like, here I am, sat here and got damn near used to it, and I can somewhat get around a track, even though I'm not quite on the speed pace that I normally would be. I can still somewhat consistently roll around it here, so he maybe gained a 0.5 here and there on me. So hope this lapper doesn't wreck right in front of my face hole. Just got to keep it patient around him. Yeah, just like sitting here running 54 O's, man. Not really that quick, to be honest. It's weird, like where you gain the time is like right here, getting on the brakes, cutting this corner up tight. That's one place you're going to gain a little bit of time. And then really hammering these straightaways, 5th tapped, hitting this right here super hard, like never letting off the gas right here, you know, which is kind of takes a little bit more balls to be able to do that. Really smacking up on top of that. Being able to really flow, carry all that speed around here. That's another little place you can gain some time. And then obviously the whoops is a big place to gain all that time back. Triple out there. 53.7, that's pretty pitiful lap time wise. Pretty pitiful, dog, but it's alright. It's alright, man. Just crazy when you get to a certain level in this game, because then it's like every little minute thing makes such a big difference. You know, any speckle of lag, having vert sync on makes, when you shouldn't have it on, makes all the difference in the world. You know, a lot of little different things like that definitely changes it. But once I finish this race, I'll look at chat real quick here, guys. Looks like Dude Ski had another wreck here in the back, it looks like. Okie dokie. Alright. Checkers. Got it. Okay, boys. Just give me your first word and say, for fuck's sake. All right, dudes. Either way, guys, just want to come on here and do a couple little quick races. I'll watch this live stream back, make sure everything's saved right. But that's it for this one, boys. I'll be back with some more videos coming real soon. Some real live riding videos coming real soon. More live streams coming real soon. We're putting in work, putting them in the dirt. You know what it is, dog. So either way, appreciate you guys watching all the videos. Later, dudes.